Hi, I'm Gavin Haynes, and welcome to another spring review. This time of the year, we always like to sit down on a Monday and look over the ratings for the weekend and do what most punters don't do and review where we went right and where we went wrong, so we can find out if there was any errors that we'd made that in our assessment of runners, just to make sure we're on the right track, and it'll give us some horses to keep an eye on as we go deeper into the spring. Hi, it's Gavin, and welcome to my review of Turnbull Day at Flemington from Saturday. The first was the Maribyrnong trial for the 2-year-olds. There was one standout 800-metre jump out, and that was the one by Fanar, who was scratched out of this. Let me Sun City and Unite and Conquer coming through that little fast jump out. Jumped on the bunny, Unite and Conquer, and led all the way to win, but there was really nothing to get excited about time-wise. I had predicted Unite and Conquer at about 81, and we've got 83.79, which is right on our 81 mark. Sun City 74.73, so really nothing much from the babies, but they'll all learn plenty from that. But nothing to go forward. We go on to race 2. It's a 3-year-old listed affair over the 1400 metres. We had the Kiwi Peaceful on top, who was a little bit disappointing. Rainier was the unlucky one. It seemed to be held up for quite a deal of the straight and then just really charged the last little bit. He was certainly well backed. He was my second pick, 540. We can just check those fluctuations. He was 390 into 315 Rainier, and I think we can follow him going forward. 97.96 home in 22.6. The winner was Wild Planet 98.94. I had Wild Planet at 6.35. It was $6 into $4, and heavily backed. But being a 3-year-old listed race, those the numbers of the first few across the line are all fairly sound there. Kalasa 96.92, More Than Exceed 94.86, Big Night Out 94.94, only beaten a length. You can see there was only 2.8 lengths between the top 8 here, but the winner was pretty solid. Wild Planet was wide early and did a good job, but Rainier was the unlucky one, and the one that you can put in your black books going forward. We go on to race 3. It's the Paris Lane, listed 1400 metres. We had Eckstein in our top 4. He ran 5th to Shamook in Group 2 company last time out. Ran second in the Group 1 Meyer, and really did get home hard to score. $8.65 was my price. We can go and have a look at the fluctuations, and you see we were never really on him, but 104, 103 for Eckstein. I had him as a 98 horse, so I just like to go and check and see where these. We go back to Rose Hill earlier this year, and we've got a standout 110 speed rating here. And if we go right back to Flemington, that's the Meyer. Last year we got 107, 108 at 110 rating there. Was only with the 53 kilos up to 55 here. Might have marked him a little light, but that was a peaking third up run. 5-year-old mare, she's now won 6 from 25. That was a pretty good win, and you'd think based on those sort of numbers with 2-length margin. I know the runner-up Spannerhead was a career peak, and the barn's really pleased. She's got a bit of black type to her name. That was a big step up into group company for Spannerhead. And I'm really pleased for Archie Alexander. But you can see 92 horse here, really a solid weight rating last time. But numbers wise, there was nothing to suggest that 96, 90. Mind you, it was only a 92 horse, so it's actually not far off its wheelhouse. Plain CL 96, 92. On Wesley Big Neg Split 92.87. Sir John Lavery had absolutely no luck at all, and he just put a line through that run. He got crowded up on the fence, cracked me up. First up was really disappointing. Expected some more from him. 91.89. Same numbers for Shakura. Holbein was absolutely disgraceful. 71.62. But going forward, that winner 104, 103. They're pretty good, solid numbers, and we'll put Sir John Lavery in the excuse table. We go on to the fourth, UCI, 1800 metres for 3-year-olds, all on the Derby path. I really did like Savoie here off that win, the start previous, the same T&D, where it ran some really tidy numbers, winning by 4. Jumped on the bunny here, couldn't repeat it in the stronger grade. Did battle on for third for those who took it 1 by 3. The winner was Extra Broad. Now, again, the only time I really ever get caught out is lightly raced improvers. The sectional rating of 99 there was pretty good at Moonee Valley last time out. I'd given him 93, which was a big bump up on what I rate him last time. But gee, out to the 1800 metres and 100. That's clearly the best we've seen from Extra Broad. Nice easy 1 length win, 95, but away from them, there's a lot of neg splits. 95, 88. Our top pick, Savoie, 90, 82. God, you're hardly looking forward to stepping up to 2000. But look, it might have been a bit of a bounce after that peak run, so we're certainly not going to write him off yet. A lot of people spooked Farouk 70-70. We gave him a chance to start before, and he did no good, so no damage done there. So you look extra brute, certainly from barrier 15 there, another good quality runner from the Darren Weir yard, and he just continues to take those next steps. That's 3 wins from 4, and still got plenty of upside. I won't give up on Savoie on one bad run. I thought did battle on quite well. Now the runner up. I'd like to have a look at Sikorsky, one of Hayes's. It's only lightly raced, 4 starts. Won its maiden at its previous start over the mile, and obviously just some further improvement as it got out over further, 95.88, but still quite neg split in nature. Going forward, I'm really only looking at following Extra Brute. They're pretty solid numbers for 3-year-old this time of year. They'll probably have one more run before the Derby, and Savoie may well bounce back with Sikorsky, a genuine prover. We'll be following those 3 closely as they step forward on their Derby path. We go to the 5th, which was Turnbull, and God, she was amazing, wasn't she? Like no other horse. I know I speak to a lot of non-punting people, and they just think she's a horse. But what she can do is just outstanding. She was, you all saw it, back the fence, and really did look to be in trouble and waiting for a gap. And she was really dictated to by how the race was run. But she came home sub 11 seconds for each of her last 3 200-metre blocks. Just outstanding. She ended up winning by a length in the end, and once she really wound up about the 150, 200, and she actually looked the winner. We can go and have a look at the time. The time was solid, 101, but have a look at that sectional rating from her, 118.4. She was home in 21.47. You can scroll through the day, and there's certainly no one sub 22. She is a freak, and I love her. There's that. I have her 118 horse, and our sectional rating of 118 was right on her mark. Youngstar ran really well, 97.110. That really stands her up for Caulfield Cup. Kingsville Dream, who's long been my Caulfield Cup top pick, 94.105. Ventura Storm home well, 93.106, home in 22.2. Young Star was home in 22.1. John Snow really does need it wet. And what do you do about Grunt? Well, everybody was talking about a return to better form at Flemington, but he followed up where he compounded at Caulfield, and he's compounded again, beaten 8.6. So, he really needs the paddock, I think. Don't know what to do with him. Mighty Boss Michael Walker said just not even interested, but never been one of ours. So look, the second and third place getters here go on to the Caulfield Cup. Both very, very good horses. Those sectionals there. And even for Ventura Storm, who's going to improve over more ground, they're all outstanding Caulfield Cup runs. But Winks, well, what can you say? She is a patch above by a space. Long may she reign, as I continue to say. We step into the first leg of the quaddie, the Gilgai, and look, Dothraki had been a good result for us last time, and going back to back was going to be a little bit of a question mark and slightly disappointing. The winner was I Am Excited, who we've been on a couple of times this time in, was well down in the weights and has found the podium 6 or 7 this trip. It was the first time down the straight, so that was always a bit of an unknown, but that didn't stop the punters from jumping all over. It was, if you can have a look at the betting here, our price was $8.50. You could have got $8 or $9. Now those fluctuation charts, they start from when it goes up on the Thursday. So $9 into $9.40 into $4.80. That's a significant go, and flashed hard late to score 103.96. Clearly the best sectional rating. Home in 22.6. Bonds away 102.92. Bonds away was my second pick, and a little bit of an overlay. Money was pretty even for it throughout, but as a 100 horse, that's pretty much what we expected. Eduardo continues to do outrageous things for an unfashionable trainer. 102.88 again. Sectional's not outstanding for Eduardo, but look at these fluctuations, and let's just go and have a little drill into Eduardo. Sarah Zosky is her name. I think she's actually the partner of the Hoop, Brian Park. Look, that was only 3 starts. That second first up was good time. Again, a little bit week late as it was here. So I certainly don't want it stepping up in ground, but it's doing a fabulous job. Quillista led them up, folded a bit late, 91.88. Dreamforce, plenty of money for Dreamforce, 93.81. So I'm excited being a mare. There's plenty of options open for her. Eduardo just making great strides. Bonds away, really good. Both runs back. There's a race for it soon enough in a pretty solid sort of sprint race. Race 7 was the Bart Cummings, and we really did like Avilius, had at $2.10. We can go and have a look at that last start. There's that sectional rating of 118. That was Winks like. Well, based on today, not that he's Winks like, but the Cummings camp are really keen. They've got this guy into the Cup now, an import. That's 4 on the bounce since being on Australia, and we can go and find Villiers, and there you go, 105, a little bit down on last time, but good win. The runner-up was the result we were actually cheering for. J-Mar, who's been really, really good to us. rated 440, 1650. They traded late. I don't know. Well, I don't understand why it was that price. Actually thought it might get the protest, but didn't. Look, they had a length and a half on Yogi, who really flashed home. J-Mar's 105, 105, the same as the winner. And I had it as 105 horse, so I like to see those sort of things. Villiers I had 106. So nice to see those numbers just continue to line up. In point, our Venice Beach was a little disappointing, 77.80. Yogi's 99 101, home in 23.8. This is second best of the day, and I just thought he was a notch below those runners. 98, 96, 98 is my rating. So 99, 100, there or thereabouts. But gee, do like the top two going forward towards the cup. There was plenty of money for Harrison. We dodged him, folded like a deck chair. Hush Rider really disappointing after a good run a couple back, but last two have been really disappointing. Northwest Passage had every possible chance, but going forward to the cups, Villiers and J Mar are the two that will come out of the Bart Cummings for mine. Race 8 was the Edward Manifold for the fillies, generally with Oak's Dreams. I had Amphitrite on top, lightly raced general improver, 217. We got 330 there, and really was a really rock solid win. But time was pretty slow, 82.92, and you see from the numbers here there really isn't a great deal. Crone was home okay, very elegant. The Kiwi, absolutely no luck at all, 72.82. But look, it's not the time we're looking at this. Amphitrite keeps taking the next step. I thought a turn of foot was good. Crone seemed to have every possible chance. Very elegant, unlucky. We want to look at, you've got horses, 22.9 that have finished fifth last, so that shows how slow they went, and it really did favour those on top. But Amphitrite's going, continuing to take the next step. I'm not sure about Crone, continues to improve, but still not quite one of mine. You see, look, I've only got 93s and 94s for these horses. I really don't think once the heat of the better staying fillies races comes around, whether those sort of numbers, but they're all open, obviously, to some sort of improvement. We get to the last, and looks probably the main error I made of the day, and that was with Invincibella, which I must admit that it's won two of its last four. Never really been one of mine. The thing being, the way my markets are structured, there's a really big difference between 4 points and 5 points off the top. Balamatine 102 now. Absolutely unwanted after a second. This T&D behind I Am a Star at its previous start, which was quite odd. Had 58 kilos both times, peaking third up, but the market certainly didn't like it. But based on what we saw betting wise, though, that it's it was the Sydney mares that came to the fore. Shamook Noir is its form. I thought look, if I rate the horse 98, all of a sudden it's we're still not on it that short. The race sort of panned out. He just flashed home down the crown of the track. Aloysia, who promised so much last year, has just lost the plot basically completely. We look at let's look at the numbers. Look, I had I have Invincibella at a 98 horse, and there we go, 198. So the essence is probably the mistake would more be in the in what we've rated giving Bella Martini the 100 and 102. You can see that at 101, 104. We've got 101, 104. Both Flemington 1400 metre races. So, look, sectionals are a little bit on the neg split nature, but yeah, a little bit confusing. Bell Martini, A, why the E's, and B, well down the track, 81.78. Savatiano flashed late, 90.86, but 2.5 lengths behind the winner. Tulip, we continue to dodge, 89.84. She's not as good as everybody thinks. But I think what we learn here is that the Sydney mare's form would appear to be a notch above the Melbourne mare's form. Anyway, great day's racing, and I think going forward, look, I'm interested in Kiwi Very Elegant, who was dead set unlucky. Youngster and Kings Will Dream going towards the Cups. Winks, whatever she does, she's just a freak. I think Extra Boot, Sikorsky, Savoy can all be followed. Eckstein was rock solid. Sir John Lavery, not a great deal of luck. I'm excited. Good mare. That was a nice run down the straight. Eduardo continues to improve. Rainier, dead set unlucky. You can put him in your little black book, and the 2-year-olds are going to learn more. It really starts to heat up now. Next week we head to Caulfield for the Caulfield Guineas. Cracking days racing. So all eyes on that. That form will go up Wednesday night. We've got Happy Valley. I'll be doing that form while Happy Valley's on Wednesday night. And I don't think we've got Mooney Valley this week, but I think it's Cranbourne, which will be a Marvin meeting for Friday night. It's a pinker plate. So anyway, we're right into it. There's my little review, and until next week, G out. And there you go, another little spring review complete. I hope you got something out of that and found yourself a couple little black bookers to follow over the next few weeks. If you like what we do here, check us out on our Facebook page, like the YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, and head online to www.horsetorque.net and register for your free account. Best of luck punting for the week, and we'll catch up with you all next week.